Do not let modern gamers gaslight you. I've made plenty of videos debunking stupid talking points that fanboys and shills love to use, but there's one in particular that really gets on my nerves, and that is the classic, "It's just a game, dude." You see, normally we would just laugh, call them brainlets, and that would be the video, but I feel like this is something that requires some extra attention, a little bit of special attention, because unfortunately the boomers who use this talking point, they don't get it, right? Even after years and years of studio shutdowns, layoffs, franchises getting ruined and canceled left and right, they still don't get it. Let me get this out of the way first. I'm not talking about toxic positivity. I've already covered that in my previous video, and they're both equally annoying and stupid, don't get me wrong, but there's still a difference between "It's just a game, dude. Chill out, let's have some fun and let the devs cook," and "It's just a game, loser. Do you even like video games? Get a life." I'm more focused on the latter in this video. For some reason, a lot of people seem to think that indifference and apathy towards issues in the gaming industry equals maturity. People think whoever can scream, "I don't give a fuck about any of this," the loudest, that somehow makes them the coolest and most mature person in the room. This obviously goes beyond gaming. I already know that you guys had the displeasure of interacting with these kinds of people, both in and out of the gaming community. These people are so insufferable. These people are extremely insecure in their adulthood. They have to actively prove to people that they are, in fact, super mature. I don't know where this insecurity comes from, but that's for them to deal with, not us. But obviously, video games are not essential. It's not the most important thing in the world, far from it. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a necessity for it to matter in your life. There are plenty of articles out there for you guys to read that highlight the benefits that come with hobbies, and of course, that includes video games. This is a hobby that I grew up with, formed many friendships, and made so many memories. I've watched my favorite franchises like Killing Floor, a franchise that I grew up playing, get destroyed by terrible modern gaming trends. They turned it into a generic hero shooter and broke literally everything except for the store page and the battle pass. How convenient. So yeah, please forgive me for expressing my disappointment with the garbage slop that is infesting the gaming industry. And if you guys can relate to this, which I'm sure you do, subscribe to my channel. I post weekly. But the only reason why I'm even making this video and addressing this "It's just a game" talking point is because it causes more damage than anyone is willing to admit. If you can make a person feel unreasonable for voicing their critiques, which is something that every pay-in or potential customer has the right to do, then that creates a bunch of issues. For some people, they'll be less inclined to voice their true, honest opinions to avoid getting dogpiled by shills and fanboys in the community. And for others, they'll double down and be even more negative, which just adds more toxicity to the gaming community. It does nothing but create resentment and makes discourse far worse than it actually is. When somebody is passionate about a game or passionate about solving a particular issue in the community or in the industry, they're faced with hundreds, sometimes even thousands of people gaslighting them and dismissing their concerns. Do you guys actually think that anything positive is going to come of it? Ironically, people who have deluded themselves into believing they're somehow being the mature and level-headed ones telling us to stop bitching and being negative are actually the ones who are causing the most harm to the gaming community and the industry as a whole. I've received hundreds and hundreds of comments from people who feel exactly like me, who feel disappointed in the direction of this industry. It's extremely stupid for you to tell someone who is clearly passionate in what they do to just find a new hobby, while you yourself contribute nothing positive to the community. Like this moron who said himself barely plays games has the audacity to tell us to shut up and accept the slop. And you know what? If you're one of these people who thinks this way, let me ask you something. If we finally decided to quit gaming and just move on to another hobby, tell me, how does that solve anything? That doesn't address the bloated studios, microtransactions, rising game prices, companies who prioritize checking off boxes over focusing on making a good game, censorship. I mean, I can go down the list. How does it solve anything? If anything, it actually makes it worse. And if you think these anti-consumer, pro-censorship, and other terrible business practices that exploit consumers are gonna end with just gaming, then you're mistaken. Actually, no, that would just make you stupid because it's everywhere. It's already everywhere, man. And you fell in line because you don't have a spine. You let corporations walk all over you and you do exactly as you're told. But hey, at least you're totally cool and super based for telling an incel chud that he's being over dramatic. If there's anything you guys can take away from this video, just know that you're not being dramatic and you're not crazy. Don't let people gaslight you into thinking you're somehow a loser for caring about something, because if they can frame your concerns as insignificant, they can easily control the conversation. But the smart people know that this is an issue that goes well beyond gaming. You guys already see it. I mean, think about it. We've been told by the media since we were children that we need to go to school, pay a bunch of money for a degree, and become a wagey for some corporation for the rest of our lives. We cannot question anything. We cannot deviate in any way. That's what we're told to survive in society. And one of the few spaces that can distract us and bring us joy, even for just a moment, is being destroyed by the same corporations that fed us this BS. Gaming went from an art form, a beautiful art form, to a soulless money-making machine that is designed to milk every last cent out of you. Is that not insane to you guys? We can't even have a hobby to escape from this. They don't care about making quality products. They can't even be bothered to release functioning products. These people don't want you to question anything, but you have these useful idiots who will defend them all day, every day, and they gain absolutely nothing from it. Maybe some of them will get paid for shilling anti-consumer products, but that still means absolutely nothing in the long run. These corporations are still making money off of you in this very, very one-sided relationship. You pay more, you get less. And this happens across the board in every medium, in every industry. It doesn't matter. It's not going to just stop with gaming. So no, it's not just a game, dude. You're just an absolute moron.